so I don't forget. And here we go. Happy freaking Sunday. Happy June 2nd. We are already into June, which is insane. It is the 6th month of the year, which means we're almost halfway through. That is crazy, crazy. So if you have, reflect a bit and look back at what those New Year's resolutions that you wrote down and those goals you had written down, this is a good time. The beginning of each month is a good time to reflect and be like, where am I at now? Where do I want to go? How am I going to get there? And that is kind of what we are going to talk about tonight. So let me jump into some quick recognition. We're going to try and go through it. Jesus, welcome to the life of coaching. Okay, why can I move this? Where is my Canva? Right here. All right, you guys can see this? We Gucci? Give me a thumbs up. All right, perfect. All right, so May leaderboard. Obviously, we are all back at 0 on June 1st, yesterday. So a little recognition from May is, I'll shout out all of the people who have one life on the board. So this is Success Club 2. So if you are a new coach, Success Club 2 just means that you have changed one life with a challenge pack or Shakeology Home Direct or the Performance Home Direct. Any of those worth 90 PV equals 2 points. So shout out to Gracie, Taylor, Lisha, Melanie, and Abby for changing a life. Katie and Veronica for changing 2. And then Alicia, myself, Courtney, Samantha, and Livy for all getting over Success Club 5. Shout out to Courtney, Sam, and Livy for hitting over Success Club 10. And special shout out to Sam. She is getting to go to that party. I don't know whether Livy, I think Livy had 8 last month. So she is getting the invite to the party for Summit, which is awesome. That's amazing. It'll be so much fun. They're always a blast, and it's just awesome to get to go and hang out with all of the people, and I'm so proud of you for earning that. And our coach of the week this week is Maggie, and I know she's probably like, oh my God, what does that even mean? But Maggie is a new coach. She signed up with me about 2 weeks ago when I was in New Mexico, and we had a one-on-one. Before she signed up, it was like a little over an hour conversation, and she is just that girl that is like, wants all the details and is just ready to rock and roll and ready to get going on her own journey. And she just is really like, she's ready, and she's asking lots of questions. She's getting started with her training, and she is just, doing the things that I want in a successful coach. I want people to be resourceful. I want people to, fall in love with the products and the programs. And she's doing all of that and doing the things and showing up in the Challenge Tracker app, showing up in the team page, showing up on calls. And I love that. So I am having her as the coach of the week for that, because that's just freaking awesome. And I want every coach to be doing those things. That is my definition of a dream coach. So shout out to you, Maggie, and shout out to her for being on her very first team call. So that is our little recognition. Again, we are back at 0 for the month of June. So let's get at it and change some lives. And our first announcement this week is the fact that all freaking challenge packs are $20 off, which means no excuses, which means let's change a fuck ton of lives. I'm so excited when they announced this. They haven't done this since, I think it was November. When we were in the Diamond Retreat, it was $20 off. So it's been 7 months since this has happened. And it really just gives people no excuse to not get started. Like, the cheapest challenge pack is $140, and they're getting Shakeology and the year access to Beachbody On Demand. Guys, I don't think you realize that Beachbody On Demand is $99 alone. And Shakeology alone is $130. So right there, that's $230 for what they're getting for $140. Also, when I signed up, I paid $140 for one DVD, one 21-day fix DVD back in the day of dinosaurs and DVDs. But so $140, that's literally, you're giving them the silver freaking platter to health and well-being and getting started on their journey for the entire freaking year for $140. And with that, I'm going to let you know that you should not just be giving people the one option of $140. You should really be giving them 3 to 4 options. I like to give 3 options. I like to give a low price, a middle price, and a high price one. So for that, for me, what I'm doing, I'll share this a little bit later. I'm going to make some new Canva things for it. Sam's are really pretty. She shared those in the team page, which is awesome. But give options and don't just assume that people want the lowest price. People have needs. Like, you have to figure out what they need. So if they're telling you, I have trouble waking up in the morning, I struggle with motivation, or I just I don't know, I'm not super excited to go work out, you need to let them know about Energize. You need to tell them how it's freaking life-changing and how much you love it. I honestly add Energize to every single person's package because I know that it's going to change their life. I freaking can't go a day without it. So if I'm that confident in my, yeah, look at Sam. If I'm that confident in it, I want my customers and my clients to get the best results and the best experience. So I know that I'm going to add that to the package. But with that being said, give them options. So the first option I give people is the 140 Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology. The second option, I'm doing Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, and both the performance, both the pre and post workout. So that's $200 right now, which is insane. Like, I can't add all of that right now. I mean, it's like $50 for Energize. Like, what is Recover? I'm new to this. $60 for Recover. It's over like $300 worth of products. More than that. It's almost like $400 worth of products with Beachbody On Demand, and they're getting it for $200, which is just mind-blowing. When they first came out with Beachbody On Demand, guys, and Shakeology, it was $199. I remember it was like a year and a half ago when they first came out with it. So the fact that they're getting their performance line, Shakeology, and Beachbody On Demand for $200 is just mind-blowing. Like, people really have no reason to not invest, and that's going to be on you too. Like, are you using the products, and are you being proof of the product? Are you getting results, and are you showing people what you're using? So that's the second option that I give people. The third option that I'm giving people this month is all of those things plus a 3-day refresh, because I know that people want quick results this time of year if they're going on vacation. And I've done the 3-day refresh recently and gotten killer results, so I can share those results with them and share why it's an awesome way to get started on your journey, because it's quick results and it makes you feel amazing, and then you feel ready to jump into a program. So that option I think is like $245 because they give you an extra discount when you add it onto their package, like 25% off the 3-day refresh, which is amazing. So if you haven't done a 3-day refresh yet, order one, schedule a time to do it, and get results so that you can start sharing that with your clients. All right, I just talked way longer than I wanted to on that, but know that $20 off is huge. Do your own research, put together your own packages. You are a business owner now. It is your job to know what is going on and the deals that are happening, and know how to talk to your clients about that. So take advantage of that, guys. The next thing is just summit registration. You know, that's been on the past couple of team calls as far as making sure you picked your workout. I think there's probably only like Siggy left if you haven't picked one yet. But the other thing is, we talked about this on last week's team call, but the $150. So if you are staying in a room with me, or you're one of Livy's girls, I believe we're splitting the 2 rooms for the number of people that we have right now. Of course, I know that we'll have more girls join in, because that's our goal, is people who are serious about this need to be going to Summit. If you don't have your Summit ticket, that just needs to be like, you should have bought that yesterday. You need to get on that, because Summit is life-changing, and you're going to have major FOMO if you're not there, because it's going to be a blast. But as far as the amount of girls that we have right now that secured their spot and say that they're going and have their ticket, split between the cost of the 2 rooms is probably going to be about $300 for the 4 nights. So that I want you guys to, I'm going to need the money, because I already have my card on file for them. I'm going to need at least $150 by June 13th, and then we can pay the rest. You'll have you guys pay me the rest when we get closer to Summit. So probably like the week before Summit. So that's that. I did post about it, and I put my PayPal and I put my Cash App, whichever you want to do, and I put a little Excel sheet for you to fill out whether or not you've paid. So I will be checking in with you guys if you are planning on staying one of those rooms. I know Sam has her own girls in her own room, so if you are one of her coaches, just make sure you're checking in with her and getting the money to her, because I think she has the same due date as far as money being paid. Next thing is just the Success Club incentive this month. It is June, so it is the 6th month. If you have hit 6 months in a row, that's freaking fabulous, and you'll be getting a backpack this month. If you guys want to look at more of the incentives as far as prizes goes, every month, so I think it's a 1-month prize, a 3-month prize, a 6-month prize. So Beachbody, Monopoly, Beachbody is one of them. I think the Coach tank top was the first one. So it just keeps going up. So this month, if you have been consistent and hit Success Club every month, we're getting a backpack, and I know I'm getting that backpack because you're going to need it for Summit. I think that's probably why they did that. They did that a couple years ago, and it was awesome to have that. Last thing I want to say for announcements is it is my birthday month. I am talking all about my birthday boot camp, and that's like what I'm calling it. That's what I'm branding it, and I'm actually going to be like doing something special this month for my girls that do sign up. But I want to do something special for you guys too, because obviously another year on this earth, I'm extremely grateful, and I'm extremely grateful for the place that I'm at, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I want to do something fun for you guys and do headbands again. I know we've done that in the past, and I just texted Jordan. She's my girl that makes all of them. If you don't follow her on Instagram, make sure you do. Bohemian Babes is her name. But I am getting more headbands. I'm getting more for Summit as well. But if you rank advance in this month or hit Success Club 10, I am sending you headbands. So be on the lookout for that, because I know we are all headband gang. I'm pumped, and I need some new ones in my life. So on to the next. Those are announcements. This is just our week at a glance. National Wake Up Call every Monday. Team Elevate Call every Tuesday. And I guess we're having Jericho probably on the Team Elevate page, which I'm pumped about. She is the creator of Core de Force. If you've never done that program, it's so much fun, and you feel like a fucking badass when you do it. But she's also the creator of the new program Morning Meltdown, which comes out, I don't know if was it July? I don't know if they set a specific date yet, but it'll be after Summit. But I'm really pumped about that, so make sure you check that out when it goes live, wherever it is. And then just Thursday, Rank and Payday. Saturday, coffee chat, and then Sundays, of course, every week you should have in your team call and be here. So quote of the week: when is the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. Second best time is now. Kind of like a Summit ticket. When was the best time to buy it? Last year. But if you haven't bought it, the second best time is right now. So I just went way long on announcements and stuff, but it's important info. But you need to make sure you are checking your Coach Online office to make sure you are all updated on all of that fun stuff. So you guys love my beautiful PowerPoint of white and black and the same quote or the same font. I just think it's really pretty. So anyways, tonight's team call is we're doing something different for the month of June. I feel like the past couple of months, everybody has been like in a different headspace and telling me they're overwhelmed or telling me they're like not getting results or like they're just all over the place. And I am done hearing it. I'm done hearing excuses, and I want us to come together as a team and make this work together, because that's what we're here for. And I say it all of the time that we are together as a team during the best of times, during the times where we're celebrating and hitting amazing goals as a team, but we're also together in the shitter. When we're going through tough things in our lives, that's when we come together, and that's when we lean on each other, because as a team, as somebody, you know, that's a part of Team Excelsior, this is the whole reason I started this team, is no one person should ever feel alone. Through anything that you're going through in your life, this team is here for you through the good and the bad. And I know for me, I'm that person that if something is going on, I tend to shy away. And I created this team because I want you to lean into the team in the times when you're struggling. And so I really just want to go back to the basics and hold each other accountable, because that's the whole reason we're here as coaches anyway, because we fell in love with our own journey, and we fell in love with the accountability of the challenge groups and having the challenge tracker app and having these other women that are going after similar goals, and you're not letting each other fall down. You're not. If you see somebody down, you offer a hand. You're not gonna continually drag someone, but you're gonna offer a hand, and you're gonna say, here, I'm running, like, let's do this together. So our whole month of June, I actually have had some speakers that I wanted to get on the calls, but I talked to Livy the other day, and we have speakers every Team Elevate call, every Tuesday night. And if you're a part of Sam or Jess's or Liv's team, they have their own team calls, and they're having speakers and stuff. But guys, I want us to come together. I want Team Excelsior to remember why we're here and why we started, and lean on each other and really continue to get to know each other, because as we're growing, as you know, all of you are starting your own teams and signing your own coaches, I want you to feel community, because community is the reason that you're going to be here 3 years from now. Community is the reason I'm here almost 4 years from now. Community is what we have when everything else is going crazy, and it's the friendships that we grow. That's the reason we're going to be here, not because of, I mean, it's just awesome that we get paid to like fall in love with our journey and get in the best shape of our lives. Like, honestly, the money is like, that's like an extra in this job. But the fact that we're being accountable for our own goals and have each other, that's the best part. And I really want to remember that. So for the month of June, we are just having every Sunday an accountability call. We're having a time when we refocus, we set our intentions for the week, and we hold each other freaking accountable for it. So this is why I said, let me scroll down, because I know I probably went ahead of about a million things. But we're going back to the basics. We're having this Sunday night call, and we're doing a weekly check-in, and it's just going to be team bonding as well, because I know that every single person is going through their own shit, and every single person has their own struggles. But this is a time I want you guys to know that this time is here. It needs to be in your schedule every single Sunday night. And this is a time that you can count on, that everybody is going to show up and everybody is going to be here, not just for their own well-being and their own business and their own journey, but for you too. And that's what this team is here for. So let me scroll down. So what we are going to start every Sunday this month with is a shout out. And we're probably going to follow the same thing every Sunday, is a shout out to who have you seen. So part of our daily vitals every single day that we need to be doing is recognition. So recognition is so important, because you look at statistics of the number one reason why people quit jobs in America is because they don't feel recognized, they don't feel appreciated. And I know that is one of the reasons. The only job that I ever quit was a serving job, and I felt so underappreciated for the hard work that I was putting in. And I used to have like panic attacks before that job. Like, I hated it. I hated showing up there because no one appreciated the hard work that I was doing. And I know so many of you have told me that before. So what we're going to start each call with is a shout out. So in the chat right now, obviously now this is your first time. This is our first time doing this, but who have you been seeing this week? Anyone on the team? Who have you been seeing kicking butt this week? I want you to shout them out in the chat and give a reason too. We're probably going to have everybody kind of like unmute themselves next week, but I kind of just want to get through all of the content and show you guys like what I want the next call to be like. But who have you seen kicking butt? I'm going to read a couple of them. And then also, not only shouting somebody else out, but what are you proud of yourself for this week? Because so many times in this business, we focus on everything that we didn't do, everything that we didn't get done, and we forget to reflect on the things that, like, yo, you know, even when life was crazy, even when life was throwing you like all of the struggles, you still showed up for yourself every single day this week. You still drank your shake every single day this week. You still added people to your following every week, every single day. Like, we need to reflect on the things that we're proud of ourselves for, because when we do that, we do more of them. So in the chat real quick, I'm going to read a couple of them. Let me see where they start. Recognition. Okay, so Okay, Sam said, Courtney for being present on her stories and 10xing her biz. Yes, so proud of Courtney. She reached out to me too, and we just set some intentions. I think we're probably going to have a call Thursday. So yes, shout out to you, Courtney. I love that her mindset this week was like she had a lot of really not great stuff happen, but she said, you know what, I'm going to use this business as my solution to those problems, not as the problem, not as something that adds stress, but this is my solution to get out of those things. Livy said, me for showing up through my depressive episode last week. Hell to the yeah, boo. I love you and I am proud of you. Abby said, Courtney is killing it and sharing all the things. I'm seriously so impressed. Yeah, seriously, Courtney and I got on a call last week, and she's got some big goals, and I'm excited to watch her continue to slay. And one thing I want to say about Courtney, too, if you don't watch her stories, go check them out every once in a while, because Courtney is what I continue to say of, like, be a freaking light and be excited. Be passionate, because Courtney shows up excited as hell to talk about what she is doing, and that's why people join her. She's not like meh on her stories, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, she's not documenting. She like shows up and she's like, yo, I'm freaking excited to go like do whatever, you know, anything in her life. She shows up happy and passionate and excited, and that's addicting. Sam said, live for being authentic as fuck always. Yes, yes, yes. So true. Shout out to Sam for being so consistent and kicking ass. Hell to the yeah. Leader. Jess said, me for getting out of my own way. Yeah, that is freaking awesome. And that's something, you know, like you should continually feel proud of yourself. Livy said, mad for being a light. Thank you, boo. I appreciate that. Maggie said, Samantha, for the awesome coffee chat this morning. It put me in the perfect mood for the day. I love that. And Sam, that's actually something I wanted to talk to you about after the call. But yes, huge shout out to Sam for doing that, and for doing that for everybody and offering that to everybody. I'm sure it was amazing. I'm excited to jump on the next one. Ab said, Sam for being consistent. Billy for hopping on calls even when she's with the fam. Yes, Billy, pumped. Liv for always being there with us when she wasn't feeling her best. Abby. I love all of these guys. Erica for hitting Emerald within 2 days of being a coach. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, guys, there's a lot. Gracie for not being on the call, but shout out to her for always putting herself first. Yeah, Gracie is such an inspiration for that. Sierra for jumping back in and showing her pretty face. I love Sierra's face, and I'm super proud of her. Jess for pouring her heart out in her post and being authentic. Hell to the yeah, go read her post. Inspiring. Abby for being a ray of sunshine on Instagram. Yeah, if you didn't go see Abby's recent post, it made my heart happy. Maggie for going all in as a new coach and taking in all the info, asking questions, being a hashtag dream coach. Yes, exactly. Yo, all of these are amazing, and I love seeing that. I love recognition, and you guys all deserve recognition because you're here on this call on a Sunday night. And so that is recognition to all of you. I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm really glad that we're here. So that is just something I want to start implementing. This is going to be implemented every single Sunday. So make sure you're looking at you know, other people on the team and your own coaches, and like seeing, you know, like what are they doing well and what's working for them, or, you know, just making sure you don't ever get caught in that comparison game. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But just see like who's kicking butt and who inspires you, so that we can recognize that, and people are going to be here forever because we recognize those things. So the next thing I want to start implementing is a check-in with our goals, because guys, it's so easy to have these ideas in our head or goals in our head and then never attain them because maybe one, they're not written down, or two, we don't tell anyone about it, so we can't be held accountable for something that we don't tell anyone about. So those are two things that I really want to make sure is that our goals are written down and we're telling each other what they are so that we can be held accountable for them. So I want us to set daily and weekly goals, and we can do this right now in this time. And it's going to be for your own journey. It can be your own personal life goals. It can be anything, but especially your business goals. So let's set some goals for, you know, what is your goal? How do you want to show up this week? How do you want to show up on your social media? What are some words you can describe for how you want to show up? So I'm going to do this too. Fuck, this pen is dead. How do you want to show up? I don't know if you guys are posting in the chat. Positive, real. I love that. Positive, real, authentic. Passionate is one word that I write down in like my affirmations every day. Transparent. Better than last week. Okay, Abby, how are you going to be better? What are you going to do to be better? Provide value. I'm going to show up. Yup. Share my struggles. Yes. I love all of that. Okay, so that's how you want to show up. So now, next goal is, how many lives are you going to change this week? And do not underestimate yourself. Don't say, I'm going to change one life. I hope I can change one life. No, put it out into the freaking universe that you are going to change lives this week. How many people are you going to change a life this week? 10, 3, 5 lives. Hell to the yeah. Success Club 10 by the 10th. 5, 3. Let's go. Let's freaking go. All right? Let's go. Okay, so this is getting me hyped. So now, if you're going to change 5 lives this week, if you're going to change 3 lives this week, what are you going to do to get you there? How many connection messages are you going to send? How many people are you going to add every day? Post it in the chat. So if you said that you want to change 5 lives, that's 1 life Monday through Friday. You're not going to go to bed until you change a freaking life, or you do the things that you say you need to do to change that life. Jess said 100 invites daily. Lego. Following until my fingers hurt. Only 50 an hour. Just don't forget that. Follow 50 people a day, 50 invites every day, 50 connections, follow-ups, follow 200 to 300 people, adding 50 people a day, sending 20 invites. Guys, just as far as like the adding 50 people a day, bump that up to 100, because chances of following 50 and getting more than 3, maybe a couple back, are not high. So do 50, follow 50 people as soon as you wake up, and 50 people before you go to sleep at night. There we go. Adding at least 100 people a day. And it takes 2 seconds to follow. Yeah, it seriously does. I set a timer for 5 minutes and I'm done super quick. So yeah, let's push each other. So, okay, you said 5 lives. Okay, so write down how many new people you're going to follow every day, how many connections you're going to send. So by connections, I mean, thank you so much for following my journey. Thank you so much for liking my posts. Thank you so much for peeping on my stories. Are you on a health and fitness journey of your own? That's my connection message. And then those naturally are going to turn into invites. Are we talking Instagram or Instagram and Facebook? Whatever you use for your business, you can do both. So how many people are you going to follow every day? How many people are you going to connect with, talk to, send that thank you message to? And then how many people are you going to invite? And then making sure you get your follow-ups done. So if you guys don't have a system as far as following up with people, guys, the sale happens like 90% of the time, or I don't know this straight statistic, I don't have the number, but it's like after the 7th follow-up. So if you're not following up with people weekly, monthly, most of you, I mean, every single one of you guys that is like my coach, one of my personally sponsored coaches, took at least a freaking year, 2 years, 3 years. So you best be following up every 3 weeks. So, okay. So make sure you have those written down. I know I have a lot of things to go to, and we only have 6 minutes left. I'm going to hurry. Sorry, guys. I'm not apologizing. Never mind. I'm not sorry, because this is only helping you. How are you going to set yourself up for success? Okay, so it's so important to have these goals. I know, Livy, I said I'm not going to apologize. How are you going to set yourself up for success to reach these goals? So it's awesome to have all of these goals, but how are you going to get there? How are you going to make sure that you go after these? So for me, one simple thing that I do that sets me up for success is putting my workout clothes in the in my bathroom with my phone in the bathroom before I go to sleep, and I set my alarm in there. So I have to get my ass out of bed in order to, and as soon as I do, my phone is under my workout clothes, so I have to put my workout clothes to turn my alarm off. So that's how I set myself up for success as far as getting out of bed in the morning and getting my morning routine going. So how are you going to set yourself up for success? Power hours, setting business hours, working on lunch break, getting up early. Yeah. And so remember, guys, you have all of these things. All of these things are amazing. Implement one of them this week, because chances of you trying to implement all 10, you're probably just gonna, that's gonna be setting yourself up for failure, because you're gonna be disappointed with yourself if you don't do all of those things. So pick one thing and implement the fuck out of it this week so that we can check in with it next week. And how are you going to push yourself? So this is something that I've really been talking a lot about on my stories, and just as far as it being June and my birthday month, and I'm just like really freaking grateful to be here every single day and have life and have my health. I'm really trying to push myself. So that means for me, this month is my workouts. Like, I'm going freaking ham in my workouts. And I think I've needed that, because maybe in the past couple of months, I kind of got comfortable or like kind of got bored with whatever program I was doing, and I wasn't pushing myself to the max. But guys, if I want to get results, if I want to break myself mentally in order to grow, like, I want to push myself physically too. So that's how I'm pushing myself. It can be anything for you on how you're going to push yourself. Okay. We're going to move on to the next thing, because I have like a couple more slides that I want to go through, and then we'll be done because we only have 4 minutes left. But PD, every single week you guys need to be showing up on this call, because I'm going to ask you guys and have you share out loud what is something you learned from your personal development this week, and what is something you implemented from it. Because we can learn all day long, 24/7, but if you're not implementing it, it don't mean shit. So you need to show up here next week with something that you learned from your personal development and how you implemented that. Because not only is that helping you, making sure you're good at getting your personal development done every week, but that's helping all of us. We're all going to be seeing these healthy habits. Maybe it's something you learned for your business that worked amazingly. It can be professional development too. How does it working for you, so that we can share and we can network? That's what this team is here for, to share what's working. And then also just a quote that stuck with you. So I know that Katie said the other day, one of the quotes from the workouts from Autumn was, if you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. And that stuck with her all day. So I want you guys to really come prepared, because this is going to force you to make sure that you're getting your personal development done. Okay? Said, I'm in love with mastering your mean girl. And I think Sam's reading You Are a Badass at Making Money, which I love. Okay. And how we are going to end, well, I think there's one more slide after this, but I want us to revisit our why every single week. And I love that we have our team calls on Sunday, because this is so important. This is why we're here. We have to remember our why when shit gets tough throughout the week. We have to remember our why when we got haters coming at us with nonsense. We have to remember our why when we don't feel like getting out of bed in the morning. We have to remember our why when we don't feel like sending those connection messages at midnight when you're exhausted as fuck and want to go to sleep. You have to revisit your why every single day. And so I want to implement at least one day a week where you are remembering, you are writing it down. Right now, I want you guys to write down, why are you here and why are you showing up every single day? Do you want to go full time with this? Do you want to create a life of freedom? Do you want to be able to travel? Why are you coaching? Why did you start this thing? Because if you're not revisiting that every single day, you're not going to show up. And it can't just be to help other people. I love that you guys all have these huge hearts, and of course that has to be a big part of why we're showing up every single day, because we want to help others. But if you don't have something else, you got to figure out why you're here, because you're not always going to show up to help somebody else. You got to know why in your heart you're doing this. So revisit your why, post it in the chat, write it down right now, because that's something we're going to revisit every single week this month, okay? Last thing, I think. Oh, two more things. Business hours. When are you getting your vitals on? We only have like a minute left, so I'm going to just power through this. Know that you need to be setting your business hours. And when are you going to host a power hour this week? Push yourself out of your comfort zone and post a link when you're freaking working so we can jump on a call too. Last thing is our affirmation. We're all going to come with an affirmation of the week and share it so that we can all be on that shit. Mine is, I am passionate about my journey and my business, and that shows in everything that I do. And my business allows me to live the life that I love. So I'm going to stop sharing. And we're going to take a quick picture. So smile. Show me your face, your pretty face. Smile, smile, smile. Cute. All right, guys. I love you so much. I'm sorry I'm not sorry. I had to rush through a little bit of that, but I'm so excited, and make sure you come prepared next week because we are going to hold each other accountable for these goals. And I'll make a post in the team page so that we can remember what we want to be held accountable for. I love you all. Thank you for showing up on this Sunday night, and let's freaking kick ass this week, okay? Love you guys. Bye.